Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Type back in the video today, and today I'm going to be going over who I think are some of the best landing spots for the Houston Astros at the manager position. As yesterday, Dusty Baker, the Astros manager of 4 seasons, retired, and now the Astros are looking for a new manager. I'm going to be going over some of the best guys I think can definitely fill that void for the Astros at the manager spot, and let's get into it. I'm going to go over 5 guys, and ultimately, when I'm done going over these 5 managers or these 5 guys who have experience, one guy's an in-house guy. Once I'm done, I'm gonna go over who I think could be the best for the Astros with this new manager, with this potential new manager. So first on the list is the Astros' current bench coach. That's Joe Espada. If you want to stay in-house, that's the guy. That's one of the top landing spots for the Astros right now is staying in-house and keeping Joe Espada. He's a guy who's been our bench coach since 2018. He's a guy who has respect in the clubhouse. These players have a lot of respect for Joe Espada. He's been sitting on the bench since 2018, being the bench coach. And I don't know. I think this could be Joe Espada's time to be the Astros manager. How about someone who was the manager for a while? A.J. Hinch. I think he became the manager for the Astros in 2015, was fired in 2020 after the cheating scandal. Listen, A.J. Hinch is, to all the other Astros, other managers, Dusty Baker, everybody before, but A.J. Hinch is the best manager in Astros history. And what happened with that cheating scandal, blame whoever you want, but it wasn't A.J. Hinch's fault. I blame guys like Carlos Beltran. I blame the Red Sox manager. I can't think of his name right now, but he was our hitting coach, I believe. Then, but I blame the Red Sox manager and I blame Carlos Beltran. But that's in the past. AJ Hinch had nothing to do with the cheating scandal. He was one of our best managers. He hasn't had a lot of success in Detroit as the Tigers manager, and I don't know. I think it would be a really good thing for the Astros to bring back A.J. Hinch. The players love him. Not a lot of players still on the team that played with, that played on A.J. Hinch's team. You have on the line. I'm talking about like hitters. You have Altuve, Bregman were a part of the team when A.J. Hinch was on the team as the manager. Jordan was a rookie. Brantley, that was his first year in Houston, but who knows if he's going to re-sign with the Astros this year. Tucker was a very young player and was in and out of the major league and minor league teams. Pitchers, Justin Verlander, Lance McCullers Jr. were on the team. Christian Javier was still a prospect. He was not in the majors yet. Framber Valdez was in and out of the majors and the minors. So there's definitely a decent amount of players that are on the team right now that were on the team when A.J. Hinch was last here. I think he's a great manager. I don't blame him for what has happened in Detroit. They don't have the most talented team. There's nothing he can really do about that. He's still a great manager, and the Astros would be great to have. It would be great to have him back as the Astros manager. And then another guy who has I'm looking at a lot of experience when I'm looking at guys to potentially be the Astros manager. Guys that have experience as being a manager. And here's another guy like Buck Showalter, who has a lot of experience, was just the Mets manager, and he stepped down, has manager experience elsewhere with other teams. It would remind me like bringing in another Dusty Baker, although I think both are great managers. I think both managers are very different, but I don't know. I really don't know about bringing in Buck Showalter. And then also I got another guy. This is a guy who would be a little bit of an in-house move. He's not with the Astros currently, but he's been with the Astros. Brad Osmus, who played with the Astros, was a catcher for the Astros, and he was also a candidate for the Astros general manager job. So the Astros have thought about him before when hiring a GM. He is I think he's currently the bench coach for the Oakland Athletics, and he's one of the top guys when looking for a manager, and I think that could be a candidate for the Astros as well. And the last guy is the third base coach for the Atlanta Braves, and that is Ron Washington. Has a lot of experience in the MLB, 71 years old, and I'm not sure if he's ever managed, if he's ever been a manager before. I think he has. I'm not sure about that. Well, Brad Ausmus, he was the manager for the Detroit Tigers. So he's been a manager before. He's played with the Astros. So I like that potential hire for the Astros. But I think there's a lot of choices for this manager job. I mean, other than the 5 guys I just listed. But I think ultimately the best option is A.J. Hinch. He knows this team. He knows how it runs, although it's been, 3 years or 4 years? So it's been 4 years, but he knows this team. He knows a lot of these guys, and he knows how they play. I think it would be great to bring back A.J. Hinch, but if you do not bring back A.J. Hinch, if he does not want to leave Detroit, or if Detroit does not give him permission to interview with Houston, which is very well true, they might not give him permission, I think you stay in-house with another guy who knows these players, and that's Joe Espada. I think this manager job has to go to either Joe Espada or A.J. Hinch. I really wouldn't like anybody else to be the manager for the Astros. Maybe Brad Ausmus would be nice, but yeah, I think right now I think it's either A.J. Hinch or Joe Espada for this manager job for the Astros. But the Astros will do their searching. They'll look at other guys who, are not in-house, like A.J. Hinch, who is not with the Astros currently, but was the manager for, 5 or 6 seasons, and then Joe Espada, who's been with the Astros since 2018. They'll look at other guys. They'll interview with other guys. But I think A.J. Hinch and Joe Espada and A.J. Hinch have to be the 2 front runners for the Astros manager job. That's the video. If you guys enjoyed it, let me know your thoughts, and peace out. Go Astros.